And so it's always a pleasure to be here in the morning. And this is another opportunity to be here to serve the people of this country. Thanks to all of you wonderful people. This is the sacrifice. These are the sacrifices we make for the country and for our people. You know, we do not regret them. We've never regretted them before. Because this is what we've chosen. Welcome to the OK Morning Rush. And I like to do this pre-birthday treat for my auntie, Mrs. Shelley Dankemo. You'll be celebrating your birthday on the 4th of September. Auntie Shelley, good morning to you. Thanks for all the prayers and everything you do for all of us. Well, that's it. We're here to stay. I'm going nowhere. I've always said this to you, right? You know, in this country, every time we don't know the name of a particular Fula man, we just call them Jalo. But all these Fula people get names. When you know them, you know their names. Not all Fula is a Jalo. Sometimes people say things they don't know. People say all kinds of things. Anyway, it's okay. We're here. Good morning to you. Welcome to the OK Morning Rush. My name is Clarence Jackson, forming Piso. I'm the grandchild of the late Kombal Zo, who was the son of the great Bapu from the River Says Kingdom. Okay. Good morning to all of you. It's always good to be here. 8 o'clock this morning is this entire radio program. It will take us up to 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock we come back here. LWFC Managing Director Mo Ali will be here as our guest. Wonderful discussion always. It's always good to be here. Let's love our country. Let's speak good about Liberia. Let's raise the issues that are necessary with the government, because we have empowered it to lead us. We must respect our leaders, but we must remind them. We must not lie to them. We must say the truth to them. Because you know why? The truth, no matter how hard, is not as dangerous as a lie in the long run. And so good leaders appreciate people who say the truth to them. The bad leaders will take gossip and all kinds of things. But all of us, together, all of us can make Liberia better. We're surrounded by witnesses. History is recalling, and posterity will judge all of us one day. We will account for our stewardship of the country in different ways when our grandchildren ask us what role did we play. Okay, we're taking a very short break to be back here. When we come back, we talk about some of the things that matter to Liberia. But remember, the beauty of life is not whether you are happy, but how others can be happy because of you. The goal of education is the advancement of knowledge and the dissemination of truth. I'll be right back.
Liberia, it's time for a new journey of power, performance, and reliability. CCAR Motors has rebranded. Welcome to the all-new CFA Mobility Liberia, your trusted provider of world-class vehicles, motorcycles, and trucks. With Toyota, experience, strength, innovation, and adventure like never before. Built for Liberia's toughest roads. You need power and performance? Mitsubishi delivers toughness, efficiency, and performance for every job. And for those who move fast and ride with style, Yamaha Motorcycle provides unbeatable speed, durability, and comfort. At CFA Mobility Liberia, we don't just sell vehicles, we provide expert servicing, genuine parts, and lifetime support to keep you moving. Visit us today and experience the new CFA Mobility Liberia. Same trusted quality, brand new experience.
Things are on me, with an emergency. How do I manage again?
Portano, why are you sitting here just talking by yourself?
Julie, I need money quick. I won't go find somebody to credit me. Then I will pay them as soon as I get paid with the more in.
Echo Bank can credit you, but the only thing you have to pay in 1 month, and the good thing, the interest are just 3%.
For you?
Yeah, just go to any Echo Bank branch and you ask for the form to enroll you on their salary advance platform. When they give you the form, you fill it up and you make sure your HR sign it. Then you take that form back to the bank. After you carry it to the bank, they will send you a message to let you know that you're already on the platform. Then you can use the *326# and request for 50% of your salary. Instantly, you will receive it.
Wow, just like that? Break added to more money, Judy. I'm going to the bank to pick up the phone quick.
Yo, go get the form quick. In less than 1 week, you receive the money. And what I like about it, and they can't even ask you for collateral set.
I go with there right now, no wasting time, oh.
I'm not saying you must not go there right now. You must make sure you pay the bank money back.
Hey, Judy, that you talking so, I will pay back quick so I can credit again. Echo Bank not easy, oh. Echo Bank, the Pan-African Bank.
Attention to all lovers of the good things in life. A house is not a home, and a home is the one place where you should feel relaxed and accomplished. Your home should reflect who you are. So, it's time to make that upgrade with minimal damage to your pockets. And I have the perfect solution for you. Home Sweet Home, located on Benson Street, between Center and Buchanan Streets, got you covered. From the kitchen, we have air fryers, juice makers, pressure cookers, freezers of all sizes, and all the modern kitchenwares you can think about. From the bedroom, we have top-of-the-line, exquisite beddings to give you that great night's sleep because you have earned it, and soft, comfortable towels for your bathroom. And in the living room, we have high-definition TV sets of all sizes, unique aerial rugs, classy curtains in all the colors you desire, wall paintings of different sizes and colors, furniture, and everything you can think about for the home. All that at unbelievable prices. We even have low voltage, high quality washing machines and dryers to keep your clothes fresh and new at all times. As a bonus, we have fashion accessories for both the young and the old, designer quality bags, hats, and rare jewelries. So if you love yourself, your family, and your home, it's time to treat it right. Visit Home Sweet Home on Benson Street between Center and Buchanan Streets for that needed upgrade. You can call them on 0886 834 944 or 0770 581 420. Home Sweet Home, for the love of a classy home.
Where you go? Where you find?
Why they ask me that kind of question? Say where I they go? Where I they go? I they go. You Menju, why you walking and talking all by yourself so?
My sister, the car business are really thinking about so to get car in this country is really not easy. Since I put in for my cars and other goods, it is almost 1 year I can't get anything.
But it says stranger who always asks don't miss their way. Haven't you heard about urban used cars and auto parts?
You mean urban used cars and auto parts?
Yes, urban used cars and auto parts is 100% Liberian-owned business. With urban used cars and auto parts, you can purchase your new cars, used cars, and all cars parts directly from America for an affordable price. Urban used cars and auto parts can also help you ship your parrots, your boxes, containers, and other goods from your relatives abroad within just 4 to 6 weeks.
Wow, this is a good news. Where can I find urban used cars and auto parts?
If you are in Liberia, Urban Used Cars and Auto Parts is located Fish Market, Tottenham Boulevard, Monrovia, Liberia. And in the USA, 220 10th Street, Brookhaven, Pennsylvania, 19015, United States of America. You can also visit their Facebook page, Urban Used Cars and Auto Parts International, or call cell number +231 887 012218.
Thank you for this information. I am visiting Urban Used Cars and Auto Parts to begin the process of my car and other goods.
Urban Used Cars and Auto Parts. Our goal is to allow Liberians have access to buying things from America without being cheated.
Well, we'd like to say welcome to the OK Morning Rush on 99.5. Thanks to all of you for always joining us. Let's go to the BBC. Is there anything about Africa we need to know? Russia has dangled the possibility of building a nuclear power plant in uranium-rich Niger, a vast arid state on the edge of the Sahara Desert that has to import most of its electricity. It may be deemed impractical and may never happen, but the concept is yet another move by Moscow to seek a geopolitical advantage over Western nations. Niger has historically exported the metal for further refining in France, but that is changing as the military-led country cuts off ties with the former colonial power. Yes, you heard in the news that the head of a Malagasy king killed by French troops during a colonial-era war has been formally returned to Madagascar. Can we go to Namibia to know about anything there? No, let's come back home right here. Let's go to our Facebook page and recognize some of the people who've joined us. Gamen Saros Bido. Good morning, Mrs. Gamen Bido. I know you should be joining us from the southeast or from Banga. Josephus Agba. Good morning, Josephus Vani. Cece says, I'm locked down to your broadcast, Big Brother Clarence. Raxin Prince Morun says, good morning. I'm watching from Upper Kawela. Yaya Sekuture, he's following from Cinco. Roosevelt Tia Junior, good morning, Piso. I'm following you live from my comfortable home in Beaumont Bridge. Thanks always for waking us up in the morning to inform us about the happening in our country. Samson Seyu says he's watching from Bezon, the port city of Buchanan in Grand Bassa County. Julie Peel is watching from New Georgia Estate, where Timothy Puelos is this morning. Good morning, Puelos, Mrs. Puelos, Mrs. Louise Monga Puelos, and all the children there. We'd like to say good morning to you. Kazi W. Kapi is watching. Alexander Sami joins us from right here, Benson Street. Luther Taylor Colette joins us from the government camp in Sino County. Maurice Willetis, Sino County. Stu Batus M. Yont Jr. follows us from Puebla, my friend. Daniel Tente is following us from somewhere on the RIA highway. Emmanuel Swirl. Amin Bill Rogers is joining us from Tottenham Break in Bomi County. Victor U.J. Morgan joins us from Morrisville. That's in Pennsylvania in the United States of America. He's joining us. Brown Cully Minnesota. Brown follows us from Minnesota. Abu Bakar Maliku Yusufu is joining us from Lokintown. Momo Zika joins us. Esau Tiley from Johnson Street. James Yankwe joins us from Single. Jeremiah Farr, he says good morning. Pedri Mambutu Sharif or Salif, that's Pedri Mambutu Salif has joined us. Emmanuel Fukatue is joining us also. Ambassador Bayoga is joining from Grand Kitman Council. Festo Mute, recognizing most of you this morning because you made too much flower with me. Martin Wele, Achi SM Flomo, Sylvester Neokolo is joining us from Papa Ulutan, also Monrovia. I think Papa Ulutan is somewhere between Johnsonville and the Drivers Market in Bartonsville there. Christopher Nangbe Moses Cooper is joining us. Isaac Mensa Armstrong joins us, I'm sure, from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Peter Diabo, Abu Mambo Jr., Aliu Fambule, Alvin Deki, Mohammed Mariama J. What is it? Sharivia, Lloyd Chinema, and all of you who've joined us. A lot of you are joining us this morning. We like to say good morning. Thanks for always joining us in the morning. It's because of you that we are here. We will always be here. Let's go to the scientists at the National Public Health Institute discovered a new monkeypox virus stream in Liberia as monkeypox cases decline. Scientists at the National Public Health Institute of Liberia, led by renowned biomedical scientists Dr. Dube Chris Nyan, have identified and characterized a new monkeypox virus strain in Liberia. The monkeypox clady more than half a century after the first case of an uncharacterized monkeypox virus was detected in Liberia in 1970, about 55 years ago. The findings have been independently validated in collaboration with the Nigerian and U.S. scientists, and published in the scientific journal Emerging Infectious Diseases. The virus was first detected and identified by the MPhil team at the National Reference Laboratory of the National Public Health Institute of Liberia, located in Charlesville, Liberia, along a pool of Mpox-confirmed specimens of Mpox-infected persons from Sino, Lofa, and other counties in August and September last year, as well as analyzed with specimens of 2023. With the genomic sequencing technology we acquired at the MPhil, our National Reference Laboratory now can sequence any pathogen and identify its genetic makeup for accurate characterization, said Dr. Nya, the MPhil's Director General, who led the studies in Liberia that detected the Mpox strain. Body Shombayo, the XY head of research, innovation, and development at the MPhil, said, for several years since the funding of the MPhil after the Ebola outbreak of 2014, we could only detect but could not identify the genes of pathogens like Ebola, COVID-19, and many others. Now we can. Mpox is a viral zoonotic disease that is harbored in animals and is transmitted from person to person, mainly through direct contact. Symptoms include fever, headache, body itches, and large fluid-filled rashes seen all over the body. The strain is widely circulating in West Africa and Central Africa. The Africa CDC and WHO declared an outbreak of monkeypox virus on the 13th and 14th of August last year, respectively, as a public health emergency of continental and global concern. As of the August 22, 2025 Mpox Incident Management System meeting. The MPhil reported 0 deaths in Liberia and 112 active cases, as reported in the Epic Week Bulletin. Wow. So you see, so the scientists at the Liberia Public Health Institute have discovered a new strain of the mpox virus. They did not have the capacity to do a lot, but with new technology emerging that they have now, they now have the capacity to do a lot of testing and all these kinds of things. And they send that they validated, but they sent it to make sure to their colleagues in Nigeria and America, and it was also confirmed. So let's be careful. Let's listen to MPhil. Let's take the advice from the Ministry of Health and MPhil, because they are the experts. We are lucky. You know, I've always said Liberia has never gotten short of men and women. You know, somebody like Dr. Dugbe Chris Nya, a global biomedical scientist. We're privileged to have this man coming from Liberia. And he and his team at MPhil there are doing a great job. You know, they've discovered something. We should listen to them. Probably they will come out in the coming weeks, maybe with measures, putting in place measures, because when scientists do these kinds of things, they have to now think about what they need to do, you know, to avoid it from spreading. So that is it. That is why I'm sure Dr. Dugbe Chris Nya and the team there at MPhil will be able to do. But let's listen to them. Let's take the advance, because they are the experts. These health issues will have to be taken seriously, and so forth and so forth. Yesterday, when we were reading the names of the members of the committee set up by former President George Weah and probably the National Executive Committee of the Coalition for Democratic Change, you remember the CDC headquarters construction committee that was set up by former President Weah. When we were reading it yesterday, I said something strategic, because when I came across that name, I was like, are these people serious with what they're doing? Did they do this thing intentionally, or it was a slip of the eyes? I was talking about John Ubuti yesterday. When I got to his name being placed as the treasurer of that committee, I thought it was not a good political move by the CDC to have included. He's a businessman, you know. He's a head of several business institutions in the country, including, you know, road construction company and all these kinds of things. So I was thinking, knowing the kind of political climate we have in the country and knowing the way we do our politics in Liberia, I was concerned that the CDC made a mistake by putting Ubuti's name on that document as a treasurer. Because you see, it would have been embarrassing, you know, because all of us know how government operates. Governments. I'm saying governments. All of us know how governments have been operating in the country. To the extent that sometimes even private citizens, but because of the political attachment, they go to get job in the international community. Governments can go after them and tell the international people, if you want to work with him, but we will not work with him. We have witnessed those kinds of things here. There are batch of evidences. There are evidence of instances where these kinds of things have taken place. Where, for example, the president was a government, the guy or the woman was a government official. The president is no longer in the government. They go to the private sector to look for job, and government follow them in the private sector and tell the employer, do not get this person in your employ. If you get this person, we'll fight you. At that stage, sometimes the employers will get frustrated. They get afraid, because every employer in the country want to work with the government. Every international partner, every foreign embassy here, everybody want to work with the government. So if the government went to a particular embassy or a particular international partner and said to that partner, if you want to employ Clarence Jackson, you can employ him, but know that when you employ him, we will not work with you as a government. The institution would not want to sacrifice everything you have because of one person. So that is the truth. That is practical. And like I said, there are evidence of instances. These things happen in Liberia. The government will go after people, go to your working place and tell people, we want a man here. It has happened before. It will always happen. So that's why when I saw Ubuti, I was concerned. I said, they go made a man treasurer. The government will start taking all their projects from the paper. They say, well, when we get a main project, the man will get more money to pay the CDC headquarters. You man say like, man, it depends on pay the headquarters. But then yesterday, the CDC, issue a statement. I think they had a press conference and they took his name out. I saw it on our page. I saw it on OKFM page that they withdrawn the name of Mr. John Ubuti. That was clever. That was a clever move. I thought, you should have been clever enough not to even include it. That you are even taking it off. I'm not sure. They called to the extent that we can go after our own citizens only because of politics. It has been happening on many occasions. If I were to open a land now, some people got practical story, they will tell it. Where the government has gone after somebody to their private working place and say, they make them where. So sometimes I ask myself when it happens like that, do we want our citizen to die? Do you want the man or the woman to die at all costs? Or because if the president was working in a government and you won the elections and came to power, and the president is not working in your government, but the president has gone to the private sector to seek a job because of his or her competence, how do you go after him or her? So all you saying to me is, look, the man, the woman here, we want her die. Or we want to suppress him or her to the extent that him or her will come back to us. I don't get it. For me, when the president go in the private sector, you just lead the president. Whatever job the president get, you just lead the president. But our governments have not done so. They will always go after that president. They will go to the company or the NGO, whoever, and say, well, the man, we can work with the man. As if they don't want to be paying the man. They say, well, the man, we want him. That is the extent to which politics has become so dangerous in the country. So what's going to happen? When the other people come to power too, then they start checking on everybody. By the time they hear say, oh, the man I apply somewhere to UNDP, or they men supposed to go somewhere to work for ECOWA or some kind of thing. Then they will run there. They'll tell people, we heard I don't want to employ the man. I'm not employ the man. Because they got to pay their too now. So we're in a cycle. So we are not happy for our citizens to get to the private sector and get high-profile jobs, that will make us proud as a country. We look at it from a political perspective. The mayor in opposition, and we will make sure he's supposed to get jobs in the private sector. Everywhere he goes to get job, we'll go after him. We'll make sure the man will not work. And he did it to OSS here too. We'll do it to them. And nobody will stand to say, no, we can't do it to him because they did it to us. We must take the hurt. We must take the lead. We are now the government. We are governing. He's one of our citizens. We don't have to give him job. But if him or her, or he or she goes into the private sector to look for a job, we should not run after the president. Let's leave him. Let's leave her. After all, the president have to survive. But we don't think about that. And I just see the same thing just repeating over and over and over and again. When the other people in power, when their government is about to take some development projects on, when they put it on Facebook, the men in opposition say, oh, but that Facebook will eat. Every small thing now you can just put on Facebook. But guess what? When they too come to power, they are putting the very things on Facebook too. The same things they say the other men that were running on Facebook, they will start putting on Facebook too. All of us mean well for the country. All of us have different things to do for the country. All of us must do it differently. But there are just some things that are so practical. You know, the issue of blindly defending things that you know deep down in your heart you're not supposed to defend. But you defend it because the officials in your political party will have to see you as such. They will say, oh, the man's strong. No, one practical example I always say to people, and you know, it is about all of us, even some of us who are on radio today. Some of the people who say they are our friends, some of the people who call us, and leave on the radio 2, 3, 4, 5 months and see what are these same people will still call you. There are just some things that are practical. Today, when Senator Nathaniel McGill is celebrating his birthday, nobody cares. You can't even know that McGill's birthday. Few years ago, when McGill celebrating birthday, nobody got to tell you, you will know. As early as 5 a.m., people will start converging on his home from different places, different sinking groups. People will be in the streets with his pictures. Is that thing happening anymore? When McGill them birthday come and this time, there ain't nobody birthday. Fina Bono, my friend, when Carrasco used to go live, in less than 10 minutes, 1,000 plus. When Carrasco posts, I'm just saying, you know. Right now, like, who them birthday people knowing like Mo Ali, like Colin Krua, that how they call it, but Amos Stowell them birthday, you know, that Sekou Hossein Dukle then like their birthday now when it come, nobody got to tell you. When Mo Ali birthday coming, nobody got to tell you, man. Before 6 o'clock in the morning, you will feel it that Mo Ali celebrating his birthday. You know, Amos Stowell, all the guys when our birthday coming. The other birthday that were being celebrated now, you don't see people anymore. They gone down and like different people on a birthday on a time. That is how the country is. Okay, let's move on. Now, the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency issued a statement. Was that yesterday? Yes, I'm sure it was yesterday. Following an audio that was reportedly the voice of the Chief of Operation of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. The Director General of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, Anthony Saul, has suspended Chief of Operations Abraham Ping, Unit 704, following the emergence of an audio recording allegedly implicating him instructing the release of his daughter, who was reportedly arrested in a ghetto. In the recording, Mr. Ping was allegedly heard ordering a junior officer to release his daughter immediately and further threatening the officer when he insisted on performing his duty. The LDA frowns upon such alleged actions which, if proven, undermine the integrity of the agency and compromise the fight against illicit drugs. As such, Mr. Ping has been immediately suspended and referred to the Board of Internal Inquiry and Professional Standards for a thorough investigation. The outcome of the investigation will be communicated to the public in due time. The LDA reiterates its zero-tolerance policy on unprofessional and unethical conduct and assures the public that no officer, regardless of position or rank, is spared when caught in any unprofessional conduct. So they've suspended him. When I heard that they suspended this guy, I was saying to myself, how long does it take the DA to conduct that kind of investigation and take action? The audio is out. The man is allegedly heard in the audio. There is an officer being heard in the audio. It's just a matter of asking, whoever did this raid, where the officer, trace the man number. I mean, how long will it take? But the other thing is, where is the daughter? Because the daughter was reportedly caught in a ghetto, in a place where drug was. She was arrested. Can the DEA release tell us where is the girl? what has happened to her. Because the truth is, the father, yeah, he's a chief of operation. He was trying to, I mean, if this is true, I mean, if the investigation prove him, he was trying to obstruct justice. Yeah, but where's the girl? Because she was caught in the act. That you are suspending the chief of operation does not negate the fact that you should tell us that you have also arrested the daughter and she's in your custody. I mean, you should have said something about her in the release, so we know that, okay, yeah, at least, you know, because she's committed a crime on our laws. So where is she? Anyway, the DA release did not say anything about that. Let's watch and see how long this kind of investigation is supposed to take, especially when people who understand the whole RT and AR thing says what they heard in that video is absolutely nothing that resembles anything AR. It's pure truth. You hear in the background, the exchanges and everything. That's why I was thinking, how long would that kind of investigation take? But let's give them the benefit of the doubt. But where is the girl? Where is the girl? When you are caught taking in or selling drug, you've committed a crime. Is the LDA telling us they didn't find a girl or they didn't know what she is? Her father should produce her. If we are serious about the fight against drug, look, we're not talking against drugs. I don't know how people taking it, because we just want to talk, but this is something that is destroying the country. Go and see how when some of the guys taking the thing, they can be walking like a stick. They can be walking a stick like they're making sure, but it's serious. In one of the communities around that, I think mostly black community area in Piso, 4 persons were reported dead over a period of, I think, 2 days. People cheering are dying. That is the reason why all of us must be serious. No matter who you are, what role you play, whether you DA, Director General, or you Chief of Operation, you should not stand in our way. That is the reason now most of the Liberians are calling for the military to come out. They're calling on the Commander-in-Chief or the legislature or whatever process that will ensure the military can come out, because I think the country reaching a stage where we're not trusting anybody anymore other than the military. And these are some of the reasons. So we look forward to the LDA investigation process. But again, I am saying, how long should that kind of investigation, because the director is there. Even if he say it will auto-generated, it's an AR thing. They can bring express in less than 20-30 minutes. They can be able to make determination. The officer who voice is being heard in our audio, the guy who made the arrest, I'm not sure he's strange to most of his colleagues. They should know who the guy is. It's just a matter of bringing the guy over and say, where did you make the arrest? And because you want to show to the public that you're honest. But again, let's give them the benefit of the doubt, because some people can say, oh, that kind of investigation, it's not just ordinary investigation. It has to go through. Anyway, again, in-house, they got their own professional standards. They got their own way of doing it. Let's give them the benefit of the doubt. He's gotten suspended. But I'm also asking, where is the daughter? Because she was caught in the act. She was caught in the act. But now, I thought the DA release would have mentioned something about her, so we know that they are fighting joy irrespective of who's involved. Today is Tuesday, Wednesday. This is the OK Morning Rush. 8 o'clock, Centaur will be here. So let's go to the lounge now and talk to Liberians on 0777-700-99 and 555-995-99 and 5 are the numbers to call to participate on the show right here this morning on OKFM 99.5. Let's take our first call. Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, so my name is Eugene Twanwule Williams. Thank you for the talking points, and particularly I wanted to speak to the last topic, the DA issue. I listened to a few radio stations, especially Spoon last night, I heard one of the panelists condemning the junior officer who recorded the bus. But you see, in a situation where the nation has declared drugs as a national emergency, I think we need to put all hands on deck. I have a strong opinion that this suspended boss must have been in the business of always trying to use his power to, usurp the fight against drugs. Apparently, this is why the junior officer must have recorded him. So I think one thing we need to do as a nation and people is to be able to provide public protection for the guy who did the recording, because on the local things, I believe there are other bosses within there who are now watching out for him, who are now looking at him in a very negative way. So we need people like that in the society, especially at a technical area like that. Because, again, what the LDA continue to do from the days of A.B. Kurman till now is that they have lost the confidence of the people. You can't continue to fight among yourself. You can't continue to exercise power in the face of what we're talking about. Something we declare as national emergency, because it's like a national disease. The same way we all fought in Enfield, we fought coronavirus, Ebola here. That's how we should fight drugs. So we need to find a way to protect whistleblowers. Thank you so much.
Okay, yeah. I think that panelist probably was talking in security context, because I'm not a security person, but in security context, sometimes they would deem it wrong that a junior officer is not supposed to recall a senior officer. But like you said, and sometimes these things don't just happen. Sometimes we need to go beyond. Yeah, the security thing is there, but sometimes it is public interest versus the security, procedure and everything. But sometimes these things don't just happen. Sometimes over a period of time, who knows as to whether over a period of time some of the officers at the LDA they've been observing this, their senior officer been doing this thing over and over and again. And sometimes the guy say, but then today I will become very recalcitrant. I'm not going to listen to him. And probably I will recall everything we'll be doing here. Maybe against their own security code or whatever. But the bigger picture is the public interest. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Clarence.
Yeah.
And good morning to the many listeners following the broadcast. I'm Sherry Sumanina, and I've joined the conversation this morning from the headquarters of the Belgian Bureau, one of the most targeted behavior academy.
Yeah.
And I followed your analysis concerning the incident at the Labor Drug Enforcement Agency. And I think those who are administrators of the process to eradicate drugs of our country need to be more proactive. And this is where the questions, the integrity and the sincerity of the guys who are coming to the fight against drugs. We cannot have our administrators who are on top of the issue of drugs and are now elected example. I think it is worrisome to our society, and it requires everyone's interest on the issue of drugs in this country. And I'm a fitness, but I said fitness means I have a family member that they included into the process. So I think the president in his wisdom need to be more proactive about who's sending to the process to execute the program, because when the people are there who are diverted into drugs, I think the government needs to be more proactive in taking action against the people. Not the issue of suspicion. We have had a lot of suspicion on the government that not yet any food to the Liberian people. So I think there's not be the issue of suspicion. But we prosecute all these people.
Yeah, but we have to firstly wait until the investigation is concluded. Let's wait. Let's wait. Even though I think the investigation should not take a long time, but due process is important. Let's wait. Let him undergo the due process. Hello.
Good morning, Piso.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. How are you, my dear brother?
I'm good, my brother.
Thank you so much for this great opportunity to have me on the radio. This is B. Jiple Nyeswa, Piso.
Yeah, Jiple.
Piso, regarding the issue of the drug. The drug issue is very much important. We should take it from my president down to the layman. We should take it the same as we fought Ebola. Because Piso, you look on the street, you see on the social media, you look in the community, you see how young people, brothers and sisters are working away. So the only way to do this, government need to put more money, build centers, rehabilitation centers in the 4 regions that we have, and take the guys there, pull the drugs out of them. The next thing to do, Piso, is to the president to use the strong faith. Piso, when you see on a village, the traditional chief call people and say, this thing will happen. And when he says you walk out of the meeting, it means that it's very serious. So I'm asking my president to call all the security heads and tell them and give them a tough ultimatum, either 2 or 3 months, that just go out of the country, or all of you lost your job.
Okay.
So in a second, the drugs will be out of our country, or either will reduce to the level that will not even see again no more like in a 80 weapon to smoke opium in the bush.
Thank you, Gible. Thank you. Gible and sir, let's go back to another line. Hello?
Good morning, Clarence.
Good morning, sir.
This is Relaxing Pie on the line.
Uncle, how are you?
No, Clarence, as I always said, you see, anything that is involved money, it fights back seriously.
Exactly.
They need people with passion who are willing to serve this country, can really resist those temptations. This is where the drug issue is. You see, drug is money, and the temptation to fight drug is there. And this is why I continue to say that in every aspect of human beings, there can be internal wrangling, internal problems. Even the person who a mother, who come from the same mother and father, will have internal problems. But can we resolve it for the good of the country? Yes. And this is why we fall short. When Abraham Kroman took over, a fight drug cartel, he captured, he won against the court. Because of little internal wrangling that can be resolved, you denying the job. If you can pass a drug cartel, who will not need Morovia? All we need that guy was spare parts dealer. And today we need that he takes drugs in Liberia. And he tell it and he won against the court. That's a good business of fighting drugs. But then we said no because few other guys try to bring fight internally. They said, possible. Forget about the country. Today we are battling. Who can we get with such passion? It's difficult because money is involved and the temptation of resisting money, that's the second aspect of it. Thank you.
Thank you, we lost him. Let's hear you. Good morning.
Clarence, thank you for eating my money. James Yankwe from 203 Clarence. Clarence, it can be very frustrating. Maybe if the father is in a hole, I think that we are men of God, and when you go into different community, you go see him, maybe behaving as if to say he not from home. Clarence, let me tell you, like you are so master in a country. Nobody will fall just in a country, Clarence.
You think so?
Clarence, let me tell you, even government officials who are running for government, they are in job. They claim me right on the 4th street. Who need to tell me, oh, what happened? The man telling me, oh, but you not see me come here, I say, oh, sorry, oh. The man say, but go there, I'm sorry. But before I realized on the 4th street, in the ghetto, I met a guy there. I said sorry for myself. I said, oh, I see what coming from that day. Even the people who organize retire was saying no to drugs. Someone else, I'm not joking. When you check things out there, we even having drugs into their sleep. Maybe the jail want, you know, Clarence, if you want to know your enemy, you want who hates you, who likes you, if you want to know. In your family, don't be friendly with everybody. Look for one person that suggests you your flower mate every day. Anything about you, Clarence, you will hear it. That is why the people are doing to us. They want to know who let trust, who don't let trust, and how they can do their business, how they can go about doing their business. Check on their pages, and all the Facebook pages, people who say, no trust, no trust. Go to their places. People where they're selling drugs, you go say no to trust.
Okay, Chief. Hello?
Good morning, people of Clarence.
Good morning, good morning.
My name is Maurice Sherman. I call you from public work.
Sherman, go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the program. People of Clarence, when you say we should investigate, even the deputy commander for operation for DEA, I think the police too, I think they need to bring serious warning to the Liberia National Police too. Because now, this situation, the police are even taking it to be their business too.
What kind of business now?
Okay, over the weekend, we were able to arrest one lady from the Cornwall Bell with their drugs. And you will not believe that the police commander was able to collect money from the family and then release that woman. So not only the DEA people doing this, the police and say cooking for higher authority for them to release the woman and then they will turn the woman over Thursday. Are you kidding me?
But if the woman if the woman is back in the community and y'all know the policeman, y'all go to professional standard.
Yeah. He said cooking from professional standard that he should release the woman. Yeah. Yeah. So not only the DEA doing this, the police are doing it. The police doing it.
Okay, man.
And I already called my team. We'll be having meeting and we'll be going from place to place searching. And anywhere we see drugs, we'll arrest you and tell you what. In fact, we're not telling you what to any police again. Because the police is in our habit too.
Wow. Out of frustration, man. He's saying that. Hello?
Clarence, this is Focus Wilson. I'm from the Southeast.
Brother Focus, how are you? Focus, when are you taking me to Grand Cru? I haven't been to Grand Cru.
Well,
maybe we can go to Grand Cru the dry season. I will take one show there. I'm planning to do a show in the southeastern region of the country for a whole week.
No problem. Clarence, trust me, you get my support. We go together and to see the beautification of the Southeast. But Clarence, you said something. I just want to say something briefly about it. Clarence, look, I'm a victim of suppression simply because I had ambition. I'm a victim. And I want to say this to the public. When big men going after ordinary person, Clarence, is not a small thing. And look, even in the wake of that, Clarence, no one can suppress what God gave you. I'm always tell people, there's something called predestination. What God made for you, it's just a matter of time. People will find, but they will not.
Somebody going after you?
I've been suppressed. I've been ostracized. People are going after me. Big hands, not just ordinary hands.
By whom?
Very, very, very powerful big hands. I may not name them now, but I'm just telling you, I've been strangulated in the Republic. Everywhere I go, a very powerful hand of people go after me, call, and it is people face are in government who are willing to help me. I mean, the public told me, this person is going after you, you have to be careful with your life. And it's very true we expose those hidden image, those hidden hands that are going after some of us. And it will not be deterred, Clarence. My desire is to ably represent the people of Grand Cru. No matter what happened, no matter what it is the case, I'm committed, I'm desire this, and God has spoken to me. I will go after my vision.
Thank you. This is going to be the final call right here. Then we'll give way to the Centaur radio program. We'll come back here at 9. Hello?
Thank you, my good friend and brother.
You're not ending the discussion with no parable. Let me just warn you.
No parable, but let me take this time to tell you, to say to you that happy anniversary.
Thank you, my brother.
To you and your beautiful wife.
Thank you.
I wish you good luck, prosperity. And let me say this, Mr. Jackson. I always listen to you people. The energy that you bring to this thing, it make me to feel happy. But sometimes I feel sad for you people.
Yeah.
About the drugs business. Everyone are up.
Zizi?
Take it away, but we can minimize it. Even the great United States that people always talk about, they have said they're facing problem, particularly what much about backward country like us. We can fight hard to minimize it. But look, I always tell you people this. We need to be serious in this country. But we are not serious. Look, Mr. Jack, that is my disappointment. We need to be serious. You even bring the AFL outside. Just nothing are just formality. Nothing will happen. We have the bullet all around here. AFL will be going from minister to minister, government officials are bringing drugs in. AFL will go to start be arresting them. That only the end users are facing the problem going to ghetto, breaking it. That one that will take drugs from the country. Let me just put it that way. If I eat drugs, I'm taking my drugs in my house. You know where I'm getting it from? You know who bringing it to me? I gotta go to ghetto. That is the point. You break it down ghetto, it mean that you're fighting drugs.
Thank you,
we just fighting north in the city.
We gotta let our friends from Centaur come on. We are giving way for our friends from Centar. 9 o'clock we'll come back here when Mo Ali will be here as our guest to talk about water and sewage system in Monrovia and plans for extension in other parts of the country. My name is Piso, man. I'm out of here. Lamont is right here.